Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Test Flight in the MiG-21 Fishbed. And I'm continuing to figure out the approach and landing techniques. I think I got it scoped out on that last one, but I need to figure out how to get this thing stopped on the runway. So I have done this once. It was during the training module mission. And let me see. Okay, landing final. Okay, lined up. We just gotta read through here. Okay, I've already got all this stuff figured out. Okay, 380, 45 degrees, full flaps. Okay, then 340 at the threshold. Then, yeah, essentially just set her down. Standard landing from there unless I'm completely missing something. Okay, now, what I need to do is figure out this, this landing run. So once on the ground, engine to idle, keep the nose up at about 5 degrees. So it's kind of like a little aero braking type thing. Okay, so that'll help me decelerate. Once below 320, and on the ground, activate, yeah, that's important, activate the drag chute using the drag chute button, which is over here. It's on the left vertical console. Let me plug in some throttle real quick, a little bit of nose up trim to bring me up above this terrain. Okay, so, left vertical console, drag chute button. I know it's over here somewhere. Let me go to the manual real quick. I will be right back. And folks, I think I finally got it scoped out now. Okay, I have two buttons associated with the drag chute. One is up here above the throttle. This button releases the chute. This button with the switch guard jettisons the chute. Okay, so on the landing roll, I'll punch the chute out, and that'll help me decelerate. And then once I've decelerated, I will jettison the chute using this button. Okay, so let me go ahead and open this up one more time and just kind of run through my numbers. So this is going to be my final attempt. I'm set up here. Got the field out there somewhere right in front of my nose, but I'm going to just maintain a climb here. Let me push the throttle up. I'm going to try to come in a little bit hotter this time and just a little bit steeper. I was thinking about this as I was looking for those confounded buttons. But I think a little bit steeper and a little bit faster on the approach is going to help me out a lot with visibility. And the speed bleeds off enough that I'll have no problem hitting my touchdown speed, you know, coming in a little bit hot. Okay, so running through this one more time. Let me just breeze over my speeds once more. Okay, 500, gear down, flaps down. 300, full flaps, or I'm sorry, 380 full flaps. This is going to kill me. Okay, 380 full flaps, 340, okay, 360 to 340 over the threshold, and then touchdown. Then let me see, okay, then we get into the landing ground. Once on the ground, engine idle, and I'm going to aero brake. 5 degree aero brake, 320, release the chute. Okay, gotcha. Then I get slowed down, I jettison the chute, and taxi off. It should be just as simple as that. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so let me stow the checklist, although I know I'm going to forget these numbers over and over and over as we go here, but okay, let me go ahead and get things started here. Okay, 450, I can go ahead and go gear down. Okay, gear coming. Let me go full flap, or actually no, let me go takeoff flaps. And then 380, full flaps. Okay, I'm just going to maintain altitude here and pay attention to my, whatever the Russian equivalent of the VDI is. I know I saw the actual name in the checklist there momentarily. But I'm just going to maintain this, trim it out so that I'm just kind of flying along level. Okay, a little bit nose down. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me push the throttle up just a touch. Okay, that'll work. Now, 380, I can go full flaps. Okay, trim more nose down. Okay. And then I can turn to final. Plenty of altitude, well above the terrain. Okay, this should work out a lot better. Okay, so I'll just maintain my throttle so that I'm maintaining 380 knots or thereabouts. And turn to final. Okay, so 380, then 340 to 360 over the threshold. Touchdown. I wonder if you flare in a MiG-21. I didn't see anything specifically telling me to flare. I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to flare no matter what, but yeah, I wonder. I don't know, I'll figure that out, whether or not you actually flare in the MiG-21. Okay, so ditch the checklist once more, and then 320, release the chute. Once I'm stopped, jettison chute. Okay, throttle in, just a touch of nose down trim. Okay, looking good. Yeah, this is a lot better this time around. I think the visibility problems were just that I was too low and too shallow. Now, I am going to have some trouble once I get over the threshold, but by that time, it shouldn't really matter. Okay, now let me watch my vertical velocity, because I know I'm coming down a lot faster than I think, and, well, I spoke too soon. Okay, so down at 10 meters per second, and yeah, I'm just going to have to keep this, I mean, just barely visible over the nose. I mean, it's manageable. I mean, there's no problem here. It's just a little different than what I'm used to. It's a little bit more nose up. Okay, touch the throttle. I want to come in with more airspeed than I need, as opposed to not enough, that's for sure. As this will be my second landing ever in the MiG-21. Okay, so 360 is about right. I'll err on the fast side. Okay, little nose down trim. 360. Okay, confirm, flaps down, gear down. Good. Okay, a little nose down. Okay, and let's see here. Just reviewing my numbers. Okay, 340 touchdown. 320. Okay, then 5 degree aero brake. Okay, I'm descending too fast. Throttle up. Airspeed. Well, airspeed is high. Okay, throttle in, stick up. Okay, it gets a little tricky right here at this spot. I might need to go around. I'll try to make this work. Okay, flare. Okay, that's a little bit hot, or a little bit... okay, I'll take that. Okay, throttle in. Okay, there's 320. Way past it. Chute release. I just maintain track. Did that work? It most certainly did. Oh, that is cool. Oh yeah, that decelerates the heck out of the aircraft. Wow, okay. I'm already below, well, I'm already down to 50. I haven't even touched the brakes. That is outstanding. Okay. Okay, so, let me go ahead and push up the throttle. And boy, that's very cool. Okay, let me go ahead and jettison the chute. Normally what I would do on, I'm an old F-117 maintainer, and what they would do on the 117, and actually on the F-4 for that matter, is they would just kind of taxi so they're facing off kind of 45 degrees. I seem to have come to a stop. I think the chute is just kind of holding me stationary here, but what you would do is you would taxi so that you're facing kind of 45 degrees off the runway, push the throttle up, jettison the chute, and then your exhaust is kind of blows the chute off the runway. And then you have the, it's usually crash recovery guys out there in a truck just gathering up the chutes once they're jettisoned. But I'll have to try that. But for now, let me just go ahead and go cover up, jettison. I wonder if there's any visual. I'll have to pay attention to the to what happens visually on that. It's yeah, it's a neat procedure. Okay, so got that. Let me go ahead and push it up. And let me see. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and disengage my nose wheel brake. Throttle up. And let me taxi on off the runway to the right. Am I out of taxi room here? I'm going to have to pull a 360 here and back taxi. Is that right? No, that's not a taxiway. That's a road. I'm going to have to back taxi the entire way, which is no big deal. Okay, so let me come around here. I'll shoot for the side of the runway and then bring it around to the right. Okay, but I can clean the aircraft up at this point. I need to go flaps up. Okay, so that should retract that, and that's about all I can do at this point. Okay, so let me bring it on around. If I need to, I can use some differential braking to tighten the radius, but no, that's plenty tight, just using the rudder. Well, I spoke too soon. Okay, there is some differential braking. Okay, now I'm back on there. Boy, this nose wheel steering, it's neat. It reacts exactly like I always pictured the MiG-21 nose wheel steering reacting. Just delayed reaction. It kind of does its own thing. It matches all the videos, all the stuff I've ever seen on the MiG-21. It's very cool detail on how this works. Okay, and I'll just back taxi, and let me just kind of go around the cockpit and talk a little bit about stuff. Okay, so this, I take it, is going to be navigation, and I have it sort of like a TACAN system. It's the Playat. I don't know Russian. The only Russian that I know comes from either for Red October or Patton. So, yeah, I have like a TACAN system. That'll give me range to the next station, and I believe this panel controls it. I dial in, well, I did the tutorial, or I did the training module on it. Coming around here to the right, let me see. What else? Okay, all the weapons controls are up here, so there's going to be a lot of manual interaction. Like if I wanted to, you know, just fire a missile off of Station 1, I have to select Station 1. Once I fire that missile, I have to remember to select the next station. And that caught me out a couple of times when I was out doing screenshots here for the preview. I've got these three buttons here. It's kind of neat. There's if the gun jams, there's actually a pyrotechnic charge in there. And you get 3 squibs you can fire off that, if everything goes right, that will clear a jammed gun. I've got the gun sight itself, which works off a combination of radar and just gyros. And I've got range indications down here in kilometers for air-to-air range and also for slant range to a ground target. Whole bunch of scales, whole bunch of just manual interaction. I'm in heaven right now, if you can't tell, when it comes to just obscure aviation and systems facts. Okay, so I need to take it up here and to the left. Okay, I've got this little gauge, which is like a combination bank, slip indicator, VVI. Let's see here. Just so much stuff. And yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun to do the test flight on this. But, okay, let me just kind of bring it up here so I can move on to the radar and weapons employment in the next one. So I'm just going to bring it up here, taxi into this spot, and shut the aircraft on down. Oh yeah, nose wheel steering is going to take a lot of getting used to. And the braking. It's just such a completely different concept from what we have in the US aircraft. Okay, good enough. I'll take it. Okay, let me go ahead and go to the knee board. And, oh yeah, that's right. The procedure for this, and I have a lot of detailed procedures and additional manuals and additional documentation that I have. So I'll be able to go through a lot more than what we have in the DCS manual, which, by the way, it's a very, very good manual. The DCS manual is based heavily on the real pilot's notes for the aircraft. So, I mean, you're getting the full story with the manual that's included. I just happen to have a little bit more of the story to pass on. Okay, so now, the key here is just do this in the opposite sequence that I did for the startup. And that's easier said than done. So, okay, let me go ahead and... Okay, go off, 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 and off. Yeah, all this stuff off. It only matters once I get into the shutting down of the engine. So, let me see. I had AC generator. I can go ahead and... No, I want to kill my gyros first. Leave my fuel pumps on. I want to go cut off on my throttle. That's going to kill the engine. I can see it running down now. Okay. Now, fuel pumps off, because I don't need them. The engine is gone, dead. DC generator I can go off, because that's no longer working. AC generator can go off, because that's no longer working. Everything else, I can't really remember. I'm going to have to get the procedure down and figure something out for this, but I'll just go... Oh yeah, last time. Let me see if this works. Let me deflate the canopy seal. Unlock the canopy. And there's got to be a trick to getting the canopy open. I know I'm missing something obvious here. I'll try that next time. Well, I got it to unlock. Or did I? Yeah, I'm just missing something obvious there. It'll occur to me. And that's something that I've got documentation on exactly how all this stuff works, and that's what I'm going to get to in Phase 2. But for now, I'm going to call this one quits right here so I can move on to radar usage, and weapons employment, and then get into the good stuff. So folks, I hope you are enjoying this. I sure am, and I will see you next time.